When Julia asked me if I would be willing to speak for a stewardship reflection, she gave me a list of questions that I could consider, and it was a very easy pick for me. The question that resonated with me is, what roots me to this congregation? Just the picture on the front, the first picture, rooted in love, really, I think, says it, and that's not written down here anyway, but I have long and deep roots here to this congregation. I was baptized and confirmed in the old church building. I remember going to Sunday school. I remember hearing Wilford Evans preach. I remember my mother saying to us, as there are 6 children in my family, why can't you stop fighting until at least we get down the steps? You know, just some memories like that from long, long ago. Mike and I got married in this building in 1995 in Evans Chapel with Reverend Jim Hollister presiding. We then left for Iowa for 11 years and overseas. But so I've been gone from this congregation for almost 40 years. When we retired and moved back here, it was a very easy pick for me what church to go to. I still had siblings here. My mother was still alive then. We still sat in almost the same seat I'm sitting today. And we sat there because that's where my grandmother sat. So coming back to this congregation was coming home for me. When I am here, I feel rooted to this church by these personal and, I have to say, very deep relationships. Since I've come back here, I've developed new roots with people that I have gotten to know through working on the deacons, the church council, doing dishes in the kitchen, serving meals, pulling weeds, planting flowers. There are lots of different things that all of us can do here to work with others and get to know others better. When we spend time with people, we get to know them. They go from being acquaintances to friends to really church family. Just last weekend, I attended the Women's Church Retreat, which I have to say was a stretch for me. It was important to me because I thought it was a way for me to make connections with some people that I didn't know very well. And I have to say it was a success. I think I have begun to develop relationships with people that will be a root to me, a thread to my future here in this church. I know that much of the work of our church involves money, plain and simple. Staff needs to be paid, the building maintained, programs for children, youth, and adults need to be supported. And certainly we need to give money to missions. Our church needs all of us. It needs our time, our talent, and our financial resources. We don't all have all these resources in equal measures. Some of us have more talent than time. Some of us have more time than money. As the years go by, our situations may change and our resources may change. We may have to consider doing something different. For me, the more I give and the more I participate, the more rooted I feel in the love of this congregation. I hope that you will consider your gifts and how you might be able to commit to developing and strengthening your own church roots. Thank you.